Good evening, my darling batlings. Whoa, why is my tracking so fucky? Let me fix that. There we go. So, good evening, my darling batlings. I'm joined tonight by JKR and Coffee Pot.
I'm a goat.
You're a goat tonight. Are you the goat?
I'm the throat goat.
Ooh, the best kind of goat.
Ladies.
I was about to question that, but I was like, no, that does make sense. Anyways, tonight we're gonna try and finish up No More Heroes, if we can manage to get the last 3 parts done, and then the post-game boss. If we can't finish it tonight, I'll continue it on Sunday. So, without further mountain ado, let us, switch on over to the game scene and get started.
That's not No More Heroes. That's No More Heroes 2.
No More Heroes 1 is right next to it, though.
Fair enough. I don't know why I said that so aggressively. Sorry.
Now you're just arguing Semitics, as Goku would say in Team 4-Star.
I think you mean Semitic.
That I'm saying it how Goku said it. The word he's looking for is semantics.
Well, I think Goku's wrong. Oh wait, no, he is actually wrong.
Yeah, he says the wrong thing for a lot of famous phrases. That's one of his gags, like saying, one that stuck with me as a go-to phrase is, I'm not the brightest knife in the crayon box.
I don't know. The one that sticks in my mind is the eat a horse one. You gotta eat that horse.
Eat that horse.
What the hell are you talking about?
So can we talk about how Travis has, like, really specific interests in his adult entertainment? Based on the stuff that he keeps on renting from the local video store and forgetting to return. Also, look at the cat in the background.
Yo, look at her go.
You go, Gene!
Hopefully she doesn't accidentally let go and hurt herself.
Yeah, she'll land on her feet.
I don't know. Cats have like a ton of HP. Okay.
They got 9 lives for a reason.
Do I want to pet the kitty? Yes, I'm going to pet the kitty right now.
Pet the kitty.
Pet.
Man, that's a amazing low poly kitty. So adorable.
What an even more amazing model is from No More Heroes 2, when you're supposed to help her lose weight, and when she does get in shape, she, like, in the HD version on Switch, she just looks all mangled. Because that model was not meant to be seen in 1080p. Alright, new part-time job. We gotta raise $450,000 for the next fight.
Oof.
And I believe we have some new parts we can get from Naomi.
Hopefully they don't have to unclog the toilets.
Unclogging the toilets wasn't a thing until No More Heroes 3, actually.
That was 3?
Yeah.
Man, I need to freshen up my No More Heroes lore.
The one that was introduced in No More Heroes 1 that went on to be included in most of the others was mowing the lawn.
Finger on anything.
Yeah, that's the one I remember the most. That and the one with the tree, like the coconuts in the tree.
Yeah, the coconuts and the scorpions.
Yeah, I'm really
the one where you're trying to catch scorpions came back in 2. And it was the only returning minigame that returned to its original form in 2.
And then, like, the Xbox version just cut out, like, minigames all completely, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No. The Xbox and PS3 version, would, include all of the original minigames, as well as some extra ones. that are
Which one was the
exclusive
one
to
that
it
just
and were
tripped?
never ported to other re-releases afterwards. Because the ones on
Which
Switch
ones?
and PC are based on the Wii version.
Which one's the one that just straight up didn't have like the mini games at all?
I mean, that would mostly... I mean, depending on what you count as minigames, minigames were mostly optional in 2. And other than ones that are tied to specific stages, Travis Strikes Again didn't have any.
Well, obviously that one because that was like the spin-off game, but yeah. Yeah, I'm mixing up my stuff. I need to redo more research.
Like in 2, they were mostly optional because you didn't have entry fees to pay to get to each level. Instead, they were used for buying up. You did mini games to get money to buy upgrades.
We're getting a phone call. I'll be right back.
Take your time. We're gonna be here for a bit as I try to break the economy again. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta go to the gym.
Team.
Or, as Homer calls it in an old Simpsons bit, he's gotta go to the Gime.
Oh yeah, I've heard that joke.
You have to speak up, I'm wearing a towel.
I know. You want that, right?
Yes, how about that?
Make sure your ass is clean. I know, you want to learn that, right? That's okay, keep your clothes on. Thunder Ryu has, like, kind of an ominous aura around him that I can't describe. Not like Master Roshi, but, like, there's just something about him that's sussy. In, like, a more ominous way rather than, oh, he's probably on several registries way. Come on, you can do it, Travis. I swear this is easier on the Wii version, it's just Joy-Cons are not built with good buttons for rapidly tapping. Because the buttons are so tiny.
Understandable.
Also, let me adjust the layering here a bit, because you're being covered up by,
Oh yeah, I just noticed.
Nah, I'll have to fix that later, because that requires, switching up all of my layers to fix that. It's only because I have the, charity thing at the bottom.
Yeah, it's fine. I get you, dude. Out of curiosity,
yeah, agreeable. I use Pro Controller for Switch Control, recommended. Yeah, hi, Gig. I use the Joy-Con specifically for the No More Heroes games, because these games are actually more fun with the motion controls than they are with standard gamepad controls. It's just more satisfying to do the on-screen motion control stuff by actually swinging your arms like you're doing finishing moves yourself, than to just press a direction on an analog stick. But yes, you were saying, JKR?
Oh, I was just saying, it's like, is it possible for like future streams to put the charity bar at the top instead of at the bottom?
Yes, I can.
Okay, because I'm just thinking that's probably a better place.
I can try and fix that right now. That would be easier.
Yeah.
Apologies for the distracting Venom sounds in the background, coming from my browser as I do this.
No, that's just my cardinal blessed.
Yeah, I just need to, like, since this is
Was
done
it
through
the
a browser,
scream or was it just like the liquid sounds appearing?
both.
That's unfortunate. Now it just
Yeah,
sounds like
just
a
let me,
xenomorph like taking a crap.
Let me move the charity bar up here. It's not gonna show up until I save the changes, so it's gonna look.
Okay. We're doing this live, folks.
Yeah, well, I don't like that sound after he starts scratching himself.
Too bad.
I wonder what's Travis thinking right now.
He's probably thinking about.
He's probably
There it is.
thinking about Bizarre Jelly. You know, that anime that he watches.
He's probably thinking about Moe anime.
He's thinking about Moe anime girls and what figurines he's going to buy and how he's going to keep them clean. And which ones are safe to put in the jar.
Yo.
Okay, I'll be fair. Travis is not that much of a gooner.
I mean, unlike most gooners, he actually got laid.
Spoilers. Because, JKR's not
Oh, wait,
familiar
actually
with the
is
No More
important.
Heroes series.
Oh wait, that actually kind of is an important plot point.
Yes.
And I'm not going to explain any further.
Your life.
Well, actually, debatably, part of his backstory involves him getting laid. But, as is tradition for No More Heroes, we're not going to get anything about his backstory until the very end of the game. Like, technically some of it is included in, the instruction manual that came with the Wii version. Which helps set up some stuff that happens in the finale. Otherwise, you would, like... If you're like me and you had rented this game first, years before buying it, you wouldn't know where something in the finale comes from because it's not really foreshadowed in the game itself. But that also plays into a lot of the narrative deconstruction stuff that Suda51 likes to do.
You may ask yourself.
How did I get this disease?
You may ask yourself.
What are my treatment options?
How did he get this disease?
How will this affect my loved
God, I
ones?
can't even think of a good joke for that.
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
How'd he get this disease? He forgot the cardinal rule of always wrap it before you tap it.
Oh no. That's going to be the plot point of No More Heroes 2. That he has STD. He has AIDS.
Or-
He needs to...
No. You gotta go with how Rich from Red Letter Media says it. He has AIDS.
He has AIDS.
All right, so we gotta. I hate this mini game because all these years later, I still don't get how it works. I just it just seems to work whenever it wants to.
You're hypnotizing the cat. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, but theoretically, you're supposed to complete it as quickly as possible. But I don't get how to do it faster, since it seems to be up to RNG whether or not the cat goes for it or not.
What exactly are you doing?
Shaking the Joy-Con in the direction that's shown on screen.
Man, that cat is really not interested in that toy. I just keep waving it and it's not going anywhere. Cat just has a 1,000-year-old stare. You giving the cat PTSD, stop that.
This is the longest it's ever taken for me to get one cat.
Let's just try and pet the pussy.
This cat is not interested at all.
Yeah, and there's no way to
you
exit
sure it's
out of it
alive?
once you started it, so...
Is the game glitched?
Probably.
Either that or the cat.
The Switch
not-
port does have some glitches in it.
Are you okay, cat? We need to name this cat. What's this cat's name? I'm going with Alphonse.
Watch there be, like, some sort of trick to this that I'm just not getting. And I've never gotten for the past almost 20 years.
Yeah, right.
You need to swing the Joy-Cons even faster. You need to predict the movements before the game even shows it to you.
All my time on this minigame has been spent on this one fucking cat. Is this cat even real? I'm pretty sure this is just a stuffed cat that Travis thinks is a real cat, and that's why it's not reacting.
What's happening? Good job? You got a good job from that?
I got a good job for getting at least one. I made $3,000 from that.
I feel like you shouldn't got pain at all. You did a good job, Travis. You got one cat.
I mean, as we've seen, Travis is not good at attracting the pussy.
But he's good at attracting... Nah,
Or at least not yet he isn't.
Do you think... I don't know. He was more like it was like a pity sex. Or, well, more like she just had sex with him to... Oh, wait, no, that's spoiling. No, stop it. Sorry, I almost forgot about JKR.
Sorry, I was getting my, I had my headphones off. I was getting my phone to put it on the charge.
Ooh, okay, you heard nothing then. Good. Almost spoiled the game.
You almost spoiled a
seen
later No More Heroes game before we've even finished this one.
Dodged a bullet.
Anyways, the side jobs aren't even what we're concerned with, because it's the assassination missions that give us the big bucks.
You want to make it the big money.
Money, money,
No
money,
whammies.
money.
Here comes the money! No, wait, that's not No More Heroes, that's Knack. I do have both Knack and Knack 2, unironically.
I'm trying. Knack is the one with the boomerangs, right?
Knack's the one that Donkey made into a meme. It was like the PS4 launch title where he plays a little guy made out of...
Oh wait, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about now. Is that little
The one that was supposed to be like the
guy.
PS4's premier platformer, but it turned out to be incredibly mediocre.
And they made a second game for some reason.
Yeah. We can't get a new Ape Escape, and Sony seems to be actively trying to erase the existence of the franchises that their Japan studio made apart from Astrobot. But hey, at least we can still have Knack 2.
I mean, rest in peace, Sackboy. We had that Sackboy Adventures game, but they do not like acknowledging Little Planet at all.
I'm not even talking about Little Big Planet. I'm talking about, like, for one of the recent PlayStation, like, promotional images for International Women's Day, they removed, like, they have the same image every year, they just update it with any new characters that have debuted in that time. They actually removed Cat from Gravity Rush from the image in one of the recent years.
That's so strange.
It's like, yeah, I get that Gravity Rush wasn't a big seller. Maybe you should try advertising it instead of expecting people to buy a PS Vita exclusive.
And wasn't that game like supposed to get like a remaster as of recently?
It did get a remaster, and it got a sequel on PS4. But as is usual for Sony, they didn't put any effort into marketing stuff made by their Japanese branch, so no one bought it.
Yeah, it was originally on the PSP, and then they
Yeah, it was
remastered
originally a
it for the
PS
console.
Vita. The first one was a PS Vita game. It got a
I mean, PS
remaster
Vita,
on
yeah.
PS4, and then it got a sequel on PS4.
I need to play that sequel. I only seen gameplay of it, and like it looks really fun.
I still haven't played it yet, but I do have. I think I have it on PS Plus. Hey, Kier. Just saw you in chat. Hello.
Hello, Kia.
Hello,
I haven't
Kier.
been paying attention to chat
I'm
tonight.
a goat.
The throat goat.
I'm a goat. I'm a goat throat.
So yeah, basically, Sony is trying to pretend that, like, their legacy of franchises made by their Japanese branch doesn't exist outside of, Astrobot and, Gran Turismo.
Listen, guys, we never made I'm trying to think of an obscure game. We never.
Listen, we never made
That's a
Ape
good one.
Escape. We don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, I was just about to say Ape Escape. We never made Parappa the Rapper. That doesn't exist.
See.
May you find your uppercut?
Did you know there's, not just one, but two Parappa the Rapper anime?
There's anime Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah, but never got released outside of Japan.
They need to release it now because I want to see it.
You can find. I think it's been archived on YouTube with a fan sub. Like the first one's just like a slice of life comedy based on Parappa the Rapper, and the other one is a spin-off following one of Parappa's friends. Not Lammy, unfortunately. I think it's PJ Barry or something.
I need to see this. I need to see this so bad. I can't believe they have a Parappa the Rapper anime.
There's also a Parappa the Rapper, well, technically not Parappa the Rapper, it was Jammer Lammy, arcade game that was lost media until this year, when someone not only found a working arcade unit of it, but also ripped the ROM of it so they can try and make it playable on MAME.
Two. One.
I always forget how loud the sound effects in this game is.
Yeah, the audio balancing is even worse in the Switch and PC ports, to the point where, like, you have to turn down the volume almost 50% for it to not start crackling.
Oh my god.
Like, the audio bounce is famously bad in a lot of Suda 5.1 games for whatever reason, but it's especially bad in the Switch and PC versions of No More Heroes 1 and 2.
I feel like they should give you an achievement for turning down the volume.
Also, speaking of Jammer Lammy, I think it was either this year or last year, the character designer for the Parappa and Lammy series, Rodney Greenblatt, confirmed that Lammy is a lesbian.
Let's go.
And
I
that
love
she's in a
people.
relationship with that cat girl that she's in a band with. Katie Cat, that's her name.
Nope. Put one in chat if you like gay people.
He revealed that during a Pride Month update to his website.
One second, let me I actually think I need to turn on the screen. Because, oh my god, the sound effects are so loud.
Yeah, yeah, you can see how much I've got them turned down.
That's insane.
And they're still this fucking loud.
Oh my god, what would it be if it was at full volume?
I've had it at full volume before. It starts crackling really bad because the volume's so high that's clipping. Take a shot every... No More Heroes drinking game. Do not play at home. You will die. Take a drink every time that, you kill an enemy and they shout out, "My spleen!"
Drink every time they scream. Ah! Or when every time Travis says, "You're a joke." Oh, gotta drink.
I do not endorse playing that at home. Play at your own risk.
Yes.
Sorry, it just took a while to think process that. Oh, said what a pain drink.
No, we didn't make that a rule. It was, you're a joke.
Okay, so if he's
there's
well,
no-
you said that now. If anybody's liver is gone, we do not take legal accountability for what your actions have caused. And
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
when you learn that your consequences will have actions?
Consequences will never be the same! Is the last guy gonna spawn? There he is.
He's very scared. He's shy, guys. Just
He-
let him process this.
He's not a shy guy. That's a different.
He just saw me slaughter my way through 99 of his peers, and he's like, wait, I gotta psych myself up for this.
Okay, you can do this. Gets his head chopped off. Dies. It's like that one scene in One Punch Man where Bike Man gets punched by ah man, I forgot the fish guy's name.
I haven't seen One Punch Man, so I can't help you.
It's a really funny scene. And a really surprisingly emotional scene.
All I know is that the android dude is like an even bigger jobber than Vegeta.
Man. Out for a daily stroll after killing 100 people.
And now I'm getting ready to kill another 100 people because that's the highest paying minigame we have at this point. And with that payout, we should have enough money to go ahead and go on to the next level.
Excellent.
Can you give me 100 people to kill?
May you find your
There we go.
Can we talk about how, like, Suda 5-1 doesn't really have an accurate portrayal of what assassins are like in any of his games that involve assassins, not just No More Heroes? I mean, not that
Yeah,
I
exactly.
claim to be an expert on the assassin lifestyle, but I have
you
played
ever done
Assassin's Creed
espionage,
2.
Arikado? I need to ask, have you ever done espionage?
I've played Metal Gear Solid. Does that count? It's called tactical espionage action as a like genre tag on top of the logo.
Little do we know that Metal Gear Solid is actually just training sleeper agents to do.
I mean, it is a canon plot point in Metal Gear Solid 2 that Raiden was trained using the VR missions from Metal Gear Solid 1.
And Metal Gear Solid Rising, the kids are being the little child soldiers are being trained by the same VR missions
based
that
on
Raiden.
based on Raiden's child soldier training.
Yeah, which like it was his own game, right? The VR mission.
Yeah, VR Missions was originally a bonus disc included with a Japan-exclusive updated re-release of Metal Gear Solid called Integral, and then VR Missions was sold separately in America and Europe.
Which is a strange thing to do. It's kind of like Link's what's the shooting mini game?
Link's Crossbow Training.
That's what it's called. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, but that was a pack-in title for the Wii Zapper. So you were buying the Wii Zapper, and then you got Link's Crossbow Training for free. Whereas with the VR missions, you had to buy that at, like, I think, like $40 or $50, maybe $30. I don't know, I wasn't following Metal Gear Solid at that time, I was 5 years old. In order to get the VR missions. And it didn't include, like, even a story mode. It was just 300 missions to do.
Okay, drink every time Travis says die. I feel like there's worse problems than just your spleen.
Like, the My Spleen death sound is the most recurring one, to the point that, like, in the early days of the No More Heroes fandom, it was a running gag. Or
Okay,
meme,
which is
as
worse,
is
burn to the
known
ground or my
nowadays.
spleen?
Like, the two most played death voice clips for regular enemies are My Spleen and I Don't Feel Shit.
Which is funny because they're literally just a red mist now.
Unless you're playing the European or Japanese version, in which case they just explode, and there's no blood because the European and Japanese versions were censored.
Yeah, what is up with? I think it's like a thing like they can't show like disembodied
They can't show dismemberments and beheadings
yeah.
and stuff like that in Japan. And Europe also has, like, a lot of nanny-state censor boards. Especially the UK and Germany are very strict on certain material in games. So, typically in Europe, like, rather than releasing a special censored version just for the territories that have stricter censorship, they'll just censor it for all of Europe. And it does lead to some interesting stuff in, especially in older games, like, Contra in Europe was not known as Contra because, they had to edit out a lot of stuff to comply with Germany's restrictions on showing violence against, human or human-like characters in video games at the time. So what they got was basically they got, like, a sprite hack, an official sprite hack of Contra, in Europe called Probotector, where everyone was robots.
I mean, that's one way to get around the censorship.
And it's also famously affected the Wolfenstein series in Europe because Germany bans all depictions in media of Nazi imagery, regardless of context. So the way they got around it was by changing the logo from, you know, the swastika to
a plus sign.
An eagle. and which was another
really?
sign for the German military at the time, but not immediately identified with the Nazis because it was also part of the German military before that. And they edited Hitler's sprite art and later in the 3D games model to remove his mustache.
Did the more recent games also get that same?
Yes, they also got that treatment in the German versions. In the new Colossus, in the scene where you see Hitler as an old man, in the German version, they removed his mustache and
I was hoping that you would say that. I was hoping
they
you would say
changed
that.
his dialogue to make it so they don't refer to him as Hitler.
I was hoping I hope they just remove his mustache and say it was a different guy.
Like, it's obviously him, they just remove his mustache and claim that it's not him, it's another guy named the Stadtmeister. Which is also what they did with the Super Nintendo version of the original Wolfenstein. Because, you know, Nintendo didn't like having any World War II related stuff depicted in their games at the time.
Man, those are huge stacks of money.
He just shoves that big wad of cash into the ATM. I love it. I mentioned this last night, but I thought it might interest you. You know Matt McMuscles? The
fighting game guy.
Yeah. He was previously a bug tester professionally before he started YouTube stuff. And he was a bug tester for No More Heroes on the Wii.
Big 3.
Whoa.
Yoga class.
Ass.
Wow, that's an amazing backbone.
Is a witch. She lives
Very
As
effective.
someone who's doing yoga now, she is impressively flexible.
Travis.
Don't die, okay?
Also, I impress myself with how flexible I can be. I can rotate my arm back pretty far. Or at least when I'm loosened up and all limber.
Oh, you're gonna be loosened up all right. I'm sorry.
But, anyways, Matt McMuscles got to be a bug tester for, No More Heroes before it came out on the Wii. And he confirmed that in the build that he bug tested, there was additional stuff that you could do while driving through the streets of Santa Destroy. Mainly, like, if you ran into people, they would go flying, and if you ran into cars, they would explode.
I kind of wish I stayed in the game.
Dear Travis, here's a ticket. Here's a highway bus ticket. You know where the bus terminal is, right? Take the bus to meet the witch. She's got powerful magic, but you can kill her. Just come back alive.
No promises.
My favorite thing about Sylvia having, you know, the exaggerated French accent is she's not even French.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say exaggerated swagger.
She's not even French, she's Japanese-Ukrainian.
Yeah, I don't know what was the explanation why they gave.
They
her
later
why she comes
retconned
up
it
with
so
French
she grew up in Paris. Like, a lot of stuff that was introduced in No More Heroes 1 got retconned by 2 and other later games.
2 is just a weird game in general.
2's a very weird
I think I
game.
mentioned this before, but yeah, it's really weird.
It's very clear that 2 was not directed by Suda51, and that he wasn't heavily involved with it, even as a creative figure in it. And you can tell that from Travis Strikes Again and No More Heroes 3 trying to reference 2 as little as possible.
So much that they just got rid of. Well, not got rid of, but actually, no, I don't want to. It might be a
Hey,
spoiler
Shadow
if I
Dragon.
mention it. So yeah. Oh, 1 second. My brother's calling me.
Hey, Ari, I'm actually getting really tired. I'm sorry, dude, but I'm gonna have to
That's
call it a
fine.
night early.
That's fine, dude.
Yeah, I'll still be watching at least until I fall asleep.
Okay.
Later, bro.
Later. And with Travis Strikes Again, I like that Suda brought in his other IPs in it. Yeah, Travis Strikes Again, like, it was already kind of hinted in No More Heroes 1 that shares a universe with Killer 7. But then Travis Strikes Again not only 100% confirms that, especially with the new intro for Batman that they added post-launch, but they also confirm that, like, basically all of Suda's games take place in the same universe. It's like how all of Kevin Smith's movies take place in the same universe.
I'm back. Oh, did Jakara leave?
Yeah, he was getting tired.
Oh. Well, tell them I said goodnight. Or I can just say in the Discord.
He's in. He's gonna be in chat. He's just not on the call anymore.
Okay. Yes. He's so excited.
He's got to collect all the trading cards so he can sell them for a massive profit. And then he finds the rarest one, and he doesn't sell that one. He gets it diamond encrusted and put in a frame, and wears it as a necklace to his matches.
And then he accidentally bends it.
Did that
It's a
actually
slight
happen
bend in
with
the
Logan
corner.
Paul?
What?
Logan Paul had, one of the few things I know about Logan Paul, other than his scams, is that for his, wrestling and boxing matches, he wears a, like, diamond-encrusted, framed, first edition Charizard card, around his neck.
I try to avoid Logan Paul as much as possible because I have self-respect for myself. And also, I don't want to become 10 times stupider. The only thing that knows, like it was like a little weird scandal with, like, I think called Lunchleys, if I'm not mistaken.
Lunchly, yeah.
Yeah, Lunchly, about that. And that's all I know.
I mean, I'm not too familiar with his lore, other than lore related to scams he's done.
I definitely know that he does a lot of scams. And that's pretty much it. Who is driving this?
It's like, have you ever played Beautiful Joe?
Yeah, oh, no, I've seen it.
Okay, so we can see that there's no bus driver if we get close to the front of the bus. But I was about to say, before I saw it, no, there literally is no bus driver. It's like Beautiful Joe with, if you pay attention to the window textures for the bus, in one level you see that Cat is driving the bus.
That's so cool. But maybe it's a ghost. Ooh.
I mean, there are ghosts in No More Heroes. Time to call the
Yeah,
ghost
that's actually
stairs.
Yeah, that's actually like canon to the series, which is funny.
Travis, hello?
Yeah, I remember the forest thing, Shadow Dragon, because that's the reason I'm not a YouTube partner anymore. He is directly responsible for me being kicked off the YouTube partner platform.
Really, huh?
Because YouTube's response to Logan Paul filming a dead body in the Japanese suicide forest and posting it to YouTube was not to ban him, but to change the requirements for joining the YouTube partner program and kicking off everyone who no longer met the new requirements but were already partners.
YouTube is great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great how they totally enforce their rules evenly and don't protect their golden children.
You are still a loser.
But then again, that's every video sharing site.
Honestly, where do you think you're heading? There
It's
are
called
millions of
We Prize anybody who makes money, and anybody who doesn't make us money, we will punish.
keep your feet
Yep, that's called capitalism.
head out of the clouds.
But that's a discussion for
Capitalism,
another
baby.
place.
I am
Don't know if you saw my thing on Blue Sky, but like,
1,200 for 7
I I had to try and avoid going into an angry tangent about how the idea of our society being based on merit rather than, like, you know, starting in a good position. I had to avoid going into a rant about that when my parents that I was visiting over the weekend asked me why I think Elon Musk is dumb.
Oh, how nobody ever asks me that in real life, or I'm just gonna go on a diatribe.
They tried to counter me saying that he's dumb by saying, I used the entire design of the Cybertruck as an example of how stupid he is, and their response was like, well, people are buying a lot of them, so they must not be bad.
I mean, those people are stupid as well, so, you know.
I mean, a lot of people bought the Ford Pinto as well, and that went down in history as one of the worst cars ever made.
Oh, is this the mission with Travis's master or sensei?
Yes, it is. This is, like, the first time, story-wise, that we see his master outside of the, minigames in the gym. And it's the one where, you have to, like, dodge the lasers and get to the boss rather than fighting her directly. Which, you know, interesting idea for a boss fight that they never really revisited in future No More Heroes games. They also just, like, never revisit anything involving his master. Where, like, he apparently has this whole history with Speedbuster here that we never learned.
Oh my fucking god, that scared me so much.
Yeah, now imagine that with the volume maxed out like it is by default.
He's like, this whole thing about his master and then loud sounds.
You frightened me for a second, Kitty.
Master!
You can never trust. Oh, Jesus, he's dead. Oh, I always say that.
My mic sound seems a bit different than usual. It's because I'm using a different mic. Just experimenting with different mic setups.
But you know who needs a different mic? This guy, because we cannot hear him.
I'm sorry, what? I couldn't hear you over the sound of my eardrums exploding.
You know who else exploded?
The audience is now deaf.
No matter how old they get, they never learn.
You are
Where's she even, like, what's the store from?
bitch.
Okay, but, like, she's got such a cool weapon. I love transforming weapons. I blame it on me being a Power Rangers fan as a kid. But a shopping cart that turns into a giant fuck-off laser cannon shaped like a chicken.
What? Say that again. See, I'm kind of hard of hearing.
That's really. Yeah, the audio quality is really loud because it's kind of hard of hearing.
This time I heard you. Yeah, I am.
I'm kind of hard of hearing. Gee, I wonder why, lady.
That's right. Don't you see? Idiots. All men are. Why should I even?
That's a long gun.
Even if you had 9 lives, it wouldn't be enough. Oh, I just love losers who don't care for their own lives.
You need to avoid that long gun.
Yep. This is a different fight than everything else in the game because it's all about dodging and getting to the end rather than
and trying not to trying not to become deaf.
Yeah, trying not to lose your hearing in the process. She's no witch, she's a man-hater. I mean, nah, I'm not going there. Also, it was just Sylvia that calls her a witch. Listen, science is just magic with extra steps when you think about it. And what is a laser cannon other than a blast of magic that you have to power with something?
Science is just sci-fi magic, and magic is just fantasy science.
Exactly.
I mean, she can like aim it at someone else, you know. Isn't it? You just have to do in one direction.
I mean, there's not really any other directions to aim it in this area. Unless it, somehow can't pass through buildings.
I mean, if it can incinerate people, you would think it will incinerate buildings.
But did you see how long it took to incinerate Thunder Ryu? Considering he was only blocking it with a sword. Well, beam katana, but still.
Good point.
It's like in Dragon Ball Z, how people block world-ending energy blast by just crossing their arms.
Yeah, they can block world and energy blasts, but Goku can get shot by a laser and go shot out of his Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan form.
Yeah,
or like a ridiculous laser.
Resurrection F has some fucky stuff in it.
I love that the anime version of Super had to change it to when he goes in space form. Because, like, that was stupid. Why did that happen?
Hey, Chris. Showed up just in time for a boss fight with an old lady.
What? Elderly abuse.
With a laser that destroys the audio quality of the entire game. Because it's mixed way too loud.
That's the true superpower of that canon. That it destroys your
I thought you were about to say that's the true superpower of teamwork.
That's the true superpower of teamwork, destroying your eardrums.
Well, I mean, it would destroy your earbuds too, probably. It would blow out the speakers.
Oh no, I said earbud by accident. That's a different type of superpower of friendship. I think this might be the end. Oh no, you lived. Sorry for
barely dodged out of there.
She's more of a gilf Christian.
Yeah, more gilf than MILF, because she's like very much in the senior citizen category rather than just like mature lady. I would not personally ILF her, but, you know, you do you.
I mean, no, I'm not going there, never mind. She is not sounding well. Wait, is she gonna, like, die the moment you get up to her?
Yes,
like,
that's how the boss fight works. You have to do this to disable her cannon, and then you get up to her and the boss fight ends.
Croissant?
Kuso, which is Japanese for shit. Croissant? Croissant?
Croissant? I mean, you could have just attacked her, just saying.
Pretty good boy.
Damn right. I'm an apprentice of the master.
Also, first time that Travis ever kills a woman in this game. Because previously, it was established he does not like killing women.
A little present for you.
And then he has to kill women in later games.
And good night.
It's an exception because she's old.
Well, he's also driven by rage for him killing her for her killing his master.
That too, you know, that's way more logical than what I was thinking.
Obtain the Japanese katana, as opposed to the Swedish katana.
Isn't the Japanese katana just the katana?
Yes, it's like there's this movie called Samurai Cop that I need to have a watch party of sometime.
I've heard that this movie is like a really one of those really sloppy like old '80s movies. I've heard of that before, but I need to actually watch it.
The titular Samurai Cop, like, he gets asked what katana means by the police, and he says, it means Japanese sword.
It's like, oh, okay, thanks.
And,
Like,
as if to further hammer in, how, you know, stupid that line is, the top comment on the official upload of that clip is someone saying, what does ramen mean? It means Japanese spaghetti.
Congratulations, you are officially ranked 3rd.
I didn't know that Blahai, Blohai, the IKEA shark, was a trans symbol. Yes, it is.
How they all die.
really?
It's not officially one, but it was adopted by the trans community as a symbol. You know, the IKEA shark plush. IKEA even made a trans pride one for a specific hospital. And donated it to them.
2 more to go.
Yep, 2 more to go, and the next one is my favorite character in the No More Heroes series.
Is it? I'm trying to remember it. Is
It's
there a
Batgirl.
Dr. P? It's Batgirl.
Dr. Peace was the second boss of the whole game, after, you know, the intro stage with death metal.
I don't know why I keep thinking that he's way later in the game.
No, Dr. Peace is early on. Okay, what kind of porn did Travis rent this time?
Hi.
And forget to return.
From Beefhead Videos. This is just a reminder for you to return one of our videos. It's titled 69
Legend of the Overfiend.
It's overdue by 2 weeks. Be sure to return it to us soon.
Travis, my man.
Go get him.
Oh god, where'd your glasses go?
He looks so
Yeah, it's a glitch that's in the
glasses.
Switch version, and they never fixed it. The weird thing is, it was not a glitch in this version when it launched, but they came out with a bug fix patch about half a year after it came out, and that added this bug into it.
Dr. Piss.
Dr. Piss, yes. Dr. Piss, just like the Metal Gear game we've been playing, Piss Walker. Gotta rub the pussy before we go out. Sorry, gotta feed the pussy, I guess.
Oh, good pussy. Nice pussy.
There.
There we go, now it's time to rub the pussy.
Now I'm energetic.
Did I ever tell you the story that, of what happened to one of my friends on the way back home from an anime convention that we all went to together when I was in college?
No.
It's not anything disturbing, it's funny, don't worry.
Okay, it's not related to rubbing pussies.
I mean, it is, but in a more meta way. So, like, we were on our way back from the convention, all in one car together, and dropping everyone off at their respective houses along the way. And one of them, my friend December, she was like, she's a furry, and
That's honestly a really cool name, December.
Yes, it's December with an S. She's a furry, but she couldn't afford a fursuit, so
Let's go.
She wore like paws and a wig with twin tails on it and cat ears, and she was still wearing that home from the convention. And along the way, our driver needed to get gas, but we were in the middle of like bumfuck nowhere, so we stopped at like this middle of nowhere old-timey gas station. Old-timey as in like they still had like the pumps with like the non-digital displays on them.
Ooh,
and you would
that's
have to
old
pay
one.
inside to get your gas because they didn't have card readers on them. And she went inside. December went inside to get a snack too, and I just stayed in the car because I was like, I'm not getting out there in case I get shanked. Because we're in like redneck territory.
You want to
Oh,
get
boy,
shanked,
Scorpion
you probably get shot.
And she comes back out and she tells me that there was this little old lady in there who saw, you know, her whole getup that she was wearing, and she was like, I like your cat ears, and asked if she could pet her. And December said yes. And then
Oh, that'd be the dream.
The old lady turns to her old man husband and says, "Look, sweetie, I'm petting the pussy."
Oh man, being pet, that'd be the dream.
Being pet by an
Lucky.
old lady who doesn't know what a furry is but just thinks you're cute.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
Also,
it true
you're not
that
getting the
anime
furry
conventions smell like
allegation.
sweat and axe? They smell like Febreze too, depending on how many people haven't showered properly.
They just put the not deodorant. They put cologne and that's it.
Yeah. There's the
They don't even
Febreze
take a shower,
ninjas
just
that spray people who are too stinky. Alright, so we gotta pick up the scorpions without getting stung. And I just got stung.
You immediately got stung.
Yeah, because the scorpion happened, the starting place of that scorpion happened to be right behind me. They're randomly placed. This is another one where having the dash ability really helps.
Those scorpions look kind of mighty tasty.
You know, you can actually buy cooked scorpion on Amazon.
I have seen that before. They look delicious.
I've seen it in an Ashen's video that he did with his friend Dan, who Dan hasn't been on the channel in years, and I hope he's doing okay. It was a video where they were eating, like, cooked insects and tarantulas and scorpions and stuff that he had bought, because Dan is very prone to gagging at the very slightest sensation of something he doesn't like. So, basically tormenting his very easily nauseated friend for YouTube views, as he is wont to do. Like, in the video where they didn't just do the Bean Boozled challenge, they tried the entire pack of Bean Boozled beans. And,
No, here is mostly as a minimum wage simulator.
Yeah, it's mostly a minimum
simulator.
wage simulator, because Suda51 apparently wanted this to be reflective of real life, where, like, you don't always get to do the cool, fun shit. You have to work a boring 9 to 5 in between.
Hold on, they put scorpions on pizza?
Yeah, you
That
can get
honestly
scorpions on
sounds-
pizza in some places.
That sounds delicious. Scrumptious, even.
I personally wouldn't eat scorpions, because I'm terrified of... I have a phobia of, like, any kind of bugular creature that has a stinger. That includes, like, scorpions, bees, wasps.
No, that's understandable.
Which, you know, it's kind of funny, given that one of my favorite Beast Wars characters is Waspinator.
I need
Waspinator,
I literally
universe
told a friend-
hate Waspinator.
I literally told a friend, hey, I'm gonna watch Beast Wars, and I only got past 2 episodes. I need to finish that show.
Thankfully, it's only 3 seasons long, and they're all... Seasons
It's all
2
on
and 3 are
YouTube,
shorter
yeah.
than Season 1.
Man.
Run, Travis, run!
Run, right boy, run! Oh man, my speech impediment is coming out.
Ah. Well, that's how Travis died.
He died. Oh man, I forgot to charge my laptop. I'll be right back.
It's okay. Now thankfully, I thought I was going to have to go all the way back to the job center to try this again. Thankfully, that's not the case. I was actually doing better on that one than I usually do. Because the Scorpion minigame is my second weakest one. Only outdone by the cat catching minigame.
Easy.
Community service simulator. I mean, it's not community service, it's more, wage slave simulator. Like, technically these would be classified as odd jobs, not community service. Because, like, some of the jobs are, you know, they could be community service, like the one where you're sweeping the beach for mines. But others are, or like, the one where,
you know, as you normally do.
I mean, one of the neat narrative things about No More Heroes as it progresses is, like, beginning of the series, you see Santa Destroy as, like, this uninhabited shithole place that has, like, a horrible ecosystem, but has a really cozy community of, local shops and stuff. As the series progresses, you see it get more gentrified, where, like, yeah, the standard of living seems to improve, but it loses that, like, homely local atmosphere as corporations begin to take over the land.
Yeah, it's kind of a little sad story.
And it's something that very much happens in real life.
Yeah.
And even in No More Heroes 3, when it's at the most gentrified it's ever been due to being partly taken over by EA, EA/Disney in the same company, they still have a scorpion infestation problem.
Some things change and some things don't change. Some things stay the same. That's the same. That is not.
The purpose of collecting scorpions in No More Heroes 3, though, is different because you're giving them to the ramen guy to make scorpion ramen.
I love the ramen rap song that plays.
The ramen rap song goes way harder than it needs to, considering it's just a shop theme. Like,
the music in that game goes
it's not just a loop. I have the OST. It's like a 3.5-minute long rap.
Yeah, it's a really long song.
It's called Itadakimasu.
Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce it, if I'm completely honest. I'm not butchering that name, okay?
Which is just like a Japanese saying that you're supposed to say before eating your meal. It's basically like the equivalent of saying, like, thank you for the food before eating dinner.
Oh, sorry. I was getting PTSD of ramen. That ramen time doing that one game.
Oh god, we're gonna have to go back to that eventually because they've been doing consistent post-launch updates to that game to fix its issues.
They're still updating that game?
Yes, over a year after it came out, they're still releasing patches for it to make it better.
That's so insane. That's like Final Fantasy 15 levels of we need to fix our game.
Like, some of it's like, adjusting the difficulty of certain sections. Because, like, you know, so bad it's good vibes of, Wanted Dead aside. Yeah, the game we're talking about is Wanted Dead. You know, so bad's good vibes aside, it's not actually that fun of a game to play because it's unnecessarily and frustratingly difficult due to the combat being incredibly unbalanced.
Yeah, the stream that Arikado played was still on the second level, like 3 hours.
Each of those streams, I can only complete one level per stream because it takes me that many tries just to get through it.
And like every time that game is mentioned, I just think ramen. I just get PTSD of the ramen moment of that.
Yeah, I need to get... Next time I get emotes made by Shiba, I'm getting a ramen emote made.
I always get jump scared by how loud fucking the energy beams sound is. Because we had like, just a good 5 minutes of just not being bombarded by loud noises.
Just like it wouldn't be an Arikado stream without technical difficulties, it wouldn't be a Suda 5-1 game without horrible audio mixing. And I mean that as part of its appeal. It's like a stylistic choice at this point. There's no way that he keeps
I feel like
on...
it has to be intentional at this point.
There's no
like,
way he keeps on
know.
having games come out with this unbalanced audio by accident.
It has to be intentional. It has to be like part of the game experience. And it needs to be very loud. Very overbearing.
Keep in mind, this... If you're hearing this on the Twitch side, which we are not hearing like the Twitch compressed and normalized audio, I've got it limited to like minus 20 decibels, and it's still loud. Like, we're hearing it louder on the Discord call because there's no like
Avocado
linear
stream
settings I can use.
I would like to see an avocado
stream. Now, avocado stream would be if I moved to like LA or something. I don't know. What's the LA of North Carolina? That would probably be Charlotte, and I've lived near there. So while we're, you know, mindlessly hacking and slashing our way through all these goons,
and slowly becoming deaf.
I wanted to share something that my sister did for class that makes me very proud of her and lets me know that I've helped raise her right. She's in a, theater tech class. Hey, Psionic X. Thanks again for, donating to the charity last night. But yeah, she's in a theater tech class, and for one of their assignments recently, she had to make a prop from a movie, and it was any prop from any movie of her choice, but she had to make it out of cardboard. And my sister, being the overachiever that she is, chose something incredibly difficult to build out of cardboard, whereas everyone else in her class chose, like, swords and stuff. And you wanna know what the difficult movie prop that she built out of cardboard was?
What?
The reverse bear trap face mask thing from Saw.
Really? That's an insane thing that I do like that. Like,
and it's scaled to the size of her own head. So it's actually wearable.
Oh my god, what's that? You hear that? That's silence. Like, actual, like, silence. I'm not going insane.
But yeah, I know I raised my sister right because not only did she get into making stuff that she ended up using for cosplay, thanks to my influence, but she's also started watching horror movies.
I'm a bad influence on my little brother because I got him into Sonic.
I mean, I got her into Sonic as well. That's what made her want to start playing video games, was watching me play Sonic when she was like 2 years old.
I got him ask me, is that Jason Griffith now? I'm like, he's way too deep. You're too deep, kid.
You know, I don't think she's actually played any of the 4Kids era games because she was born a bit too late for that. Like the first one that
he watches YouTube videos of the Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. My bad.
The first one that I let her try out was Sonic Adventure, and then the next one, because it was what I got for Christmas that year, was Generations, and I got her a copy of Sonic Colors because she got a Wii. She's also excited for Sonic 3, not just because she's a Shadow fan, but also because Jim Carrey playing 2 characters.
Yeah, I know. I know I'm doing a good job of being the older brother when my little brother texts me, "Have you seen the Sonic Movie 3 trailer?" Just unpromptedly while I'm like not home.
She also, I also got her
good job.
into Spyro the Dragon, Sly Cooper, Crash Bandicoot, Mega Man Legends, and Digimon.
I'm doing very well, Sonic X. Sonic X.
I'm doing
Pistonic.
I'm doing well as well. Just kind of had a slow day today, which is fine after how busy last week was. I'm sorry, did that pigeon just sound like a dive-bombing plane?
Yes.
A letter. What do we got?
And live through that?
That is one sturdy pigeon.
Don't come looking for me, Sylvia Crystal.
Okay.
Home? She quit
Cool.
her job? Huh. What the hell is this all about?
I want to see Travis without his glasses on again.
Will be a destroy-
He just looks so sad.
Aren't I a hard-working girl?
He looks tired.
Huh. Not the baseball stadium again. Okay, Sylvia. Only 2 more to go. I'm going all the way. That's a promise.
Keep in mind, the whole reason he's doing this is because
Okay,
he
wants
made
to
a
get laid.
bet. He wants to get laid, and Sylvia didn't even say 100% that that's what would happen if he reached number 1. She just said maybe.
Man, what pussy does to a motherfucker.
I mean, it's Sylvia.
Fair enough. Those backbones.
She's not even the best
Those
girl
back
in No More
muscles.
Heroes, but still. Best girl is definitely bad girl, who we're about to meet soon.
I just realized I said Batgirl by accident earlier. I meant Bad Girl.
I mean, she does use a bat as her weapon.
And that's what I was totally thinking of. I was totally thinking about the bat that she has. You cut your brother into One Punch Man video games? Oh, he's gonna be raised into a loser. I'm joking.
Oh yeah, I also, the last anime that I watched with my sister, which we didn't get very far into it because we were having internet issues during my stay there, was I got her into Inuyasha.
Oh,
And,
I'm sorry, I had a huge brain fart right there. I remember
and
Inuyasha.
on her own, she's become a fan of One Piece and Ouran High School Host Club.
What Shadow Dragon mentioned, I'm surprised they haven't made a new Twisted Metal game, considering the TV show came out.
But that would require Sony to invest in, you know, the many franchises that they own instead of just remaking The Last of Us over and over again.
The Last of Us and Horizon Zero Dawn, don't forget about that. You're right, Arikado.
Did you know that not only did they remove Horizon Zero Dawn from the PlayStation Plus free games lineup, they also increased the price of it as a standalone game?
It did? Well, of course
It used
did.
to be
I
at
don't know,
$20 as part of PlayStation Selects, but they raised its price. Which,
Oh,
I'm
there
like,
was going to be a Twisted Metal game? When was this going to happen? Was it like a recent one that got canceled? Or like
probably,
a while ago?
considering the last one was in like 2011, I think?
It was
Somewhere
on
around.
PlayStation 3, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
it was PlayStation 3 era. Oh, it was gonna be live service. There we go. That's a good enough reason for it to be
That
canceled.
explains it. I mean,
I
they
guess
could've
this
went the
Concord
Concord
put them
route,
off
just-
from trying that again. For now.
Okay, so it has to be like very recent. It was like Concord.
This is just me
reason why.
speculating, of course. I haven't looked
Oh.
into it myself, because this is the first time I've heard of this.
Oh my god, the audio.
Yeah, this whole section, you don't have to do it on the bike, but the bike kills everyone in like 1 or 2 hits.
I feel like this is kind of a undersight.
Ah! Thanks for the raid, Cloud!
Oh,
how are you doing,
Cloud?
Cloud? How'd your stream go?
Cloud Sato raided my stream with 13 viewers.
Also, how's the charity event that you yourself are running going? Cloud Sato, for those that are not familiar, is raising money in memory of Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, the Batman streams. I think she's at Arkham City now.
I'm stuck.
I mean, you can still kill them, though.
Yes, I can. They just have to come to me. There we go. But yeah, Cloud's been playing through the Arkham series and raising money for, I believe it's the American Cancer Foundation, in honor of Kevin Conroy. Which, you know, as someone who's lost family and friends to cancer, very noble cause.
Yeah, I hope it's doing well.
Also, Cloud, can I have $280 and however much else on top of that to get that Murasaki figure that I pre-ordered but ended up not being able to afford? Can you lend that to me and then I'll pay you back never?
I'm glad that your mom's doing okay.
Let me pause to read chat. It's going all right. We're about an eighth of the way there. We did the special episode for Zenless tonight and also did some stuff there, but it's American Cancer Society for Kevin and for your mom. She's good, but still a survivor. Glad to hear that. And thanks for clarifying. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that's going good. Let me think about it. No, sadly, because I got a con coming up at the beginning of next month. Ah, I see, said the blind man to his deaf waifu. I had to say waifu this time because we're playing No More Heroes, and Travis would definitely have a tier list of waifus. Not necessarily a tier list, he would have them categorized based on what kind of attraction he has to them.
And he
has a
touchdowns tier list of Zenless Zone characters.
Travis definitely has. I'm not saying Travis is, 100% degenerate, but I'm saying he definitely has an Excel spreadsheet organizing his waifus based on his level of attraction to them, and what kind of attraction he has to them, whether it's romantic, protective, brotherly.
I mean, he is a Mori fan, so I won't be surprised if the protective one's there.
Horny attraction, mixes of both. There's probably, like, Venn diagrams of which ones fall into multiple categories. He definitely has that stuff.
Enter the hole. Inside the hole.
I mean, I would be happy to go into Bad Girl's hole sometime, but,
the
sadly
stadium's
not like
hole?
I mean, this is the hole that belongs to Bad Girl. Yeah, I deserve that, Cloud. I need to find a way to get to Rigid in Vignon, so whenever the My God, a Shotgun is redeemed, it blows me away. Like, in time with the shotgun blast.
Next up is a ranking match. Win, and you will be second in rank.
I like how Sylvia's just, like, very straightforward here. None of the teasing or flirting.
Please use the restroom.
It's like, you're already close to the end. Just get done.
Trust your force.
Use the force, Travis.
You gotta warm up food lurking for now. Have fun lurking, Cloud. Oh yeah, and we gotta get our mask with our new wrestling move. Travis, guts are what ultimately determines the winner. Those with guts get the glory. With this, your suplex rainbow is complete. Remember, the silent executioner, the double wrist arm salt. MS, which is definitely not Mask to Smith from Killer 7.
Do you really need like 3 sheets of paper for that? You could've got that all on 1 sheet of paper, just saying.
Depends on what his handwriting's like.
I mean, he had large spaces of nothing on there. Just you could just like a little bit more, a little bit smaller. Used to from the back of the papers.
Maybe it's like I can't remember what it was from, but there was a gag in some thing that I saw where it's like person reading a letter. It's all written on 1 sheet front and back, but he flips it over multiple times.
I think I heard a bit like that, but I don't remember what it's
I've
from.
seen it. I can't remember what specific bit it was, but a similar one is like from SpongeBob. It's like there's a note, and they hold it up, and it's a music note, and on the back there's a letter, and on the back it's like the letter A or something. Here we go, best girl in the series.
I wish that was me.
Don't we all?
I also wish that was me.
This is insane.
That guy too.
Phew. What a day. I need a drink. So fucking thirsty.
You want to hear something cursed that a friend of mine in high school said about Bad Girl at the first time that he saw her?
It's gonna ruin my image of her, but I'm too curious.
And he was the kind of person that never got horny about stuff because of his Mormon upbringing.
I'll pass.
He said that she looks like a grown-up Dee Dee from Dexter's Laboratory.
Seriously, no.
I hate that.
They're all going.
Have a good night, Shadow Dragon.
Dee Dee when she hits the bottle.
You're a bad girl.
Dee Dee after Dexter dies.
No right to look at me like that. It's just a job. The daily grind.
By the way, in the PS3 version, if you play this on very sweet mode, she's wearing a Hooters outfit.
Essence, they're the same. Don't go on thinking you're better than me. You think you're hot shit. Who the fuck do you think you are? Come on!
Seriously, best girl in the series. Also, best boss fight in the game.
I wish she was in 3 more.
She's pretty, yeah. You, like, with Travis Strikes Again, it makes it seem like she's going to be a big player in 3.
Yeah,
but then she just spends most
game.
of it, like, just out of it.
Yeah, her dad's in the game, and then he, I can't say what happens to him in the 3rd game. But yeah.
Also, she has the best theme out of all the bosses, Pleather for Breakfast.
I need to listen to No More Heroes 1 soundtrack. I listen a lot to 2s and 3s soundtrack. I just really like those game soundtracks, but one's like the one I like don't think of a lot. Good night, Shadow Dragon.
By the way, if some of the instrumentation and, like, synthesizer choices in the No More Heroes soundtrack sound familiar to you, the same composer also composed the soundtrack for the Danganronpa series.
I didn't know that, but I'll keep an ear out for the similarities. Okay, you know what? I'm listening to this thing now. I can kind of hear the Danganronpa.
You can imagine this being played for, like, a courtroom scene, can't you?
Yeah. Or like one of those, like,
one of the mini games where, like, someone's freaking out at you and you have to, like, play a rhythm game to talk them down.
Yeah. I love
By the way, I think in this boss
shadows
fight that's not immediately obvious. You can, if you time your swings and positioning correctly when she hits the guys at you, you can hit them back at her. But it's very difficult to pull off. Have I seen the new Death Note game? I still haven't seen Death Note, so no. I mean, I know it's out, but I haven't played it yet. Yeah, it's on PS Plus this month.
What I was about to say before, I love seeing the shadows, like the shadows clip through the bodies.
Yeah. I just love the heavy shadowed style of this game's art style in general. I feel like No More Heroes 3 doesn't look quite as good with how it tries to replicate it, due to there we go, that's what I was talking about, hitting the guys back at her.
They don't really do that much though. I guess it did stun her, so.
Like, No More Heroes 3 uses Unreal Engine 4, and you can tell from how, oh, don't go near her when she has her hand on her bat, otherwise it's a one-hit kill. There's a subtle way you can tell whether you can hit her or not, and it's all about whether her hand is on the bat or not.
But yeah, No More Heroes 3, I'm not a fan of the look of that game.
I'm not a fan of, like... Yeah?
Wait, the Death Note game is basically Among Us?
Oh my. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Death Note Among Us.
That's actually kind of cool when I think about it. Now I'm interested in the game. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that game. Trying to go back on topic. No More Heroes
3's art style. Yeah, it's trying to be like anime-esque, but also realistic at the same time, and it doesn't work.
It's also like the colors are weird in that game.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I think a No More Heroes game should. Like, 1 I think was the peak of the art style in the series.
And it's something about 2 I can't describe, but it kind of has a similar but different problem that 3 has. Or like it's like
2 doesn't
realistic, but
2 goes for a different color palette than 1 did. It's not as vibrant. Having just played some more of 2 before stream, 2's color palette is a lot more dull.
Muted.
Yeah, muted. Like it's not washed out. It's like very flat colors and darker tones of them. Like Travis's, crimson, like red jacket is more of a burgundy, for example. Whereas No More Heroes 3 very much looks like a game made in Unreal Engine 4 by a team that's not all that familiar with Unreal Engine 4.
I think the ports do make it look better. I mean, the ports have better textures.
Yeah, the ports to... The Switch version looks and performs the worst, but it's also, like, the intended way to play the game. Because it's the only one that supports motion controls.
And, like, No More Heroes without the motion controls feel weird.
Yeah. Although No More Heroes 3, I will say, feels the most natural without motion controls. Because the combat system is so different compared to 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, how they did, like, they probably moved all the motion controls to the control sticks.
Yeah, that is what they did. They moved all the motion control inputs to the right analog stick. And any inputs that require, like, swinging both the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, or both Joy-Cons in the Switch version, are done with left and right analog stick instead.
Now, here's a high-pitched sound only you can hear.
I was wondering what you redeemed, but like, no, it's high-pitched sound.
I like that the high-pitched sound is still quieter than the actual sound in the game.
Yeah, the high-pitched sound from Space Ghost is quieter than the sound mixing for No More Heroes.
I'm sorry, that animation was funny. Hey, what you doing? Why you smelling me? Stop that. I know I smell good, but you don't have to sniff me.
Can we talk about how Bad Girl is holding her own against Travis this good with just a regular-ass baseball bat, not some sort of super weapon
Against
like
that
the other
energy beam.
bosses have? Like, that's another reason she's one of my favorite bosses. She's not, like, super powered or relying on amazing tech, apart from, you know, the endless supply of clone gimps.
This poor guy does not deserve this.
Canonically, the gimps that you're shooting that, you know, are coming off that conveyor belt, they're mass cloned just for her to use as batting practice. Also, canonically, she does have a day job outside of, you know, this.
That was something mundane, like, I don't know, like an office job.
She's a cosplayer.
Oh, okay, you know what? That's actually really cool. Oh, did she?
That's the one-hit kill. Well, it's
And
not
you-
always a
at the end
one-hit
of the
kill, but
boss
it's
fight-
massive damage. But that probably did kill me. Yeah, it did.
Ah, you at the end of the boss fight too. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. She's the only boss fight in the game on, even on normal and easy difficulty who gives me consistent trouble. Which is part of why I like fighting
start
her.
at like half health, you know?
Like, I kinda get why, why it doesn't start you at her second phase. It's partly because she is one of the only two bosses in the game who has phases. Like, the only bosses in this game that have distinct phases are her and, the rank 1 fight.
I mean, her health is going down pretty fast. But
Yeah, she's what we call a glass cannon or a lightning bruiser, depending on your definition or, like, how you categorize them. She
I like
hits
glass
like a
cannon more.
tank, but she has very low HP. Shinobu's similar, where Shinobu can rack up damage really quickly and is really good at dodging his stuff, but she has the lowest HP of any of the bosses in the game.
Those make sense because she's like a little kid. She's like 14.
She's 18 in the first game, and
She's 18 in the
21
first game?
in the second.
Man, I thought she was way younger than that.
I mean, if like the ages
Am I
in No
getting
More
confused with,
Heroes are not reflected by their character model designs. Like Travis, despite looking, you know, a bit older here, he's only like 26.
He's also like 40, like, if I'm not mistaken, by the time it's 3.
By 3, he's like late 30s, early 40s, I think. I haven't checked what the time skip is.
The exact same.
Yeah, I haven't checked what the time skip is in between 2 and 3.
Yeah, he's Travis Prime, or aka Dilf Travis.
Yeah, especially with the outfit he's wearing in the very opening section.
I think you may have missed.
She's also the easiest boss to stun, so you can get a lot of grabs in on her. Which, you know, I wouldn't mind grabbing Bad Girl. As long as she consented.
I don't mind hearing bad girl or bad, as long as she consented. Honestly, she might be into that. Actually.
27 in this game, 30 in No More Heroes 2, 37 in Travis Strikes Again, 41 in No More Heroes 3. Thanks for looking it up, Cloud.
Thanks, Cloud. Ow, hurt my ankle.
When curiosity strikes, I'll look things up. Yeah, that's like me. You and I do have some things in common, Cloud. Which I would hope we do. We are friends, after all. At least I like to think so.
I think you might have to whack it. You need to start whacking it.
Also,
do that.
Another bit of subtle visual storytelling that you can see throughout the No More Heroes games, speaking of whacking it, is the animation used for recharging the katana. In No More Heroes 1, he's very frantic and, you know, grunts a whole bunch and has to, like, completely stand still and grip it with both hands. He has to firmly grasp it!
Maybe you forgot. I'm a bad girl.
In No More Heroes 2, he mostly does it one-handed, but when he gets really into it, he grips it with both hands. By No More Heroes 3, he's very chill and recharges it one-handed the entire time.
He's an experienced whacker.
It also shows his growing confidence.
I
still don't know how she survived this.
Here's the thing, she didn't.
And with that, I'm gonna go to bed. It's almost 10 o'clock for me.
Have a good night.
Night.
Rest in peace to the best girl in the series. But it isn't the last we've seen of her. We're just not going to see her for a while.
Sweet.
On behalf of Sylvia Crystal, I am here to tell you that you are now officially ranked second.
Thanks. That was a close one. Almost didn't make it.
It was a fine fight, sir.
Shit, that was close.
And once we get to dropping a nice save, I'm probably gonna end it here as well, because I'm more tired than I thought I was going to be. I guess I'm just catching up on sleep from the weekend. So we will continue this on Sunday. So I'll update the schedule accordingly. I'm probably gonna shift some things around on the schedule, but I am keeping the return of Smash, Marry, Kill on Saturday. So look forward to that with the grand return of Lulu Lucille and Nico Belmont. Oh, 13 viewers. Very nice. Alright, let's, bring ourselves back home and send these lovely viewers to someone who could use them. You know what? Because I love doing this, I'm sending you guys to the Booba Fairy. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you to both of my co-hosts for joining me tonight for as long as they could. I'll see you guys Wednesday with Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Until then, unpleasant dreams. Ah, wrong screen. And then here's the part where JKR would sing us out, but he's not here, so good night, everybody.